Have you ever wondered which Necromancer starting cities are the best? Or have you ever wondered which race class combinations are the best? Well, today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to rank the 4 starting cities from worst to first. So let's get started, guys. Okay, so worst on the list, coming in at number 4, is the human. And the reason why is, as you can see, if we select this, the stats are kind of low. Intelligence at 110, stamina at 80. The advantage they have is they have the best starting position, in my opinion. The starting city is great. They start off at East Freeport, and as you can see here, they could start East Freeport. You could go like this, and you can start off in Kino. So they can start off in 2 different places, which is really, really great here. I would suggest Innsbruck is the best one, and start at East Freeport. They are the beautiful people, of course, so if you want to look good doing it and don't care too much about your stats, then yep, you want to be a human necromancer. But they are really weak in the stat department. This is a huge difference from the next closest competitor, I'll say. But once again, you're closer to Sister Island, so you can jump right over to the translocator, hunt at Sister Island. You can go down to South Row. You've got it, you know. Of course, you can't see in the middle of the night, but who cares? You're just killing everything every which way you can. Okay, so that is the human. Coming in at number 3, my vote goes, and it's hard. It's really, really hard, because I played this class a lot too. Class race combo. The Necromancer, that's from the little people. The Gnome Necromancer. Now, the problem with a gnome is it's way, way out there in Steam Font. You know, it's kind of far away. Actually, not that bad, because it can get to Greater Feydark. If you're going to stay over there, no problem. You know, you're okay, and everything is good. The stats are good. They're the same as the others. Look at the huge difference between this and human. You want to have high intelligence on the Necromancer. Stamina does matter, because you're going to do a lot of bond to death. You're going to be using a lot of life caps and conversions, things like that. So it is important to have that, but the strength is a little bit low, but hey, they all kind of are. The gnome does have one super big advantage that most people don't know about, and this is why I like to play the gnomes. Number 1, they can fit in any dungeon, and that's not a problem. They're going to go everywhere. On raids, they're great, because nobody has to shrink you. And the third thing is they come with something called Gnomevision, and nobody knows what Gnomevision is. Some people do know, and what it is when you're in a dungeon, you can scroll forward or go into first-person mode, and you can scroll forward with the mouse wheel and go face up against a wall and see through the walls. In addition to seeing through the walls, you can manually type out the target command, which will let you target things, and in addition to that, you can send the pet off to them. Normally, you would need to get line of sight to do this, but the gnomes have this special ability, and we've used it many, many times to our advantage. It's just great. Great for spying on people, great for seeing the whole layout of the dungeon. So it's a gigantic advantage that you're going to get as a gnome. I hate to see it go, because if I play a dark elf, I'm not going to get that at all. So anyway, the gnome does have that, which is really nice, and it depends on how you play, really. It does. If you're going to be outdoors, you're going to be soloing, doing your own thing, it's not going to be important to you. But if you're in dungeons like Hedge Keep, if you're in a place like Lower Guck and you want to see through the walls and see what's going on in the whole dungeon, then it's something that's going to be huge for you. Okay, so coming in at number 2, it's close, because we got the 2 close ones. I'm going to pick the Dark Elf. I know a lot of people do like the Dark Elf as number 1 for obvious reasons. Number 1, I think that it's got a fantastic starting position, which is Neriac. And in Necklace, you could practically level up to 20 in there. You kill guards and whatever. You could go to Lava Storm, which is close, and you can even run over to the Common Lands. It's a great location. It's just near everything. And think about this, you can origin back to Neriac, and it's a quick trip from there all the way to Lava Storm, getting around on a TLP server. So a lot of advantages. You'll notice the stats are just 1 point higher on intelligence than the gnome. Same strength, so they're kind of about the same. But the one thing that Dark Elf does have is it has Ultra Vision, and it also has Hide, which, you know, if you like it, you know, Hide gives you invisibility as long as you're not moving. You have to train the skill up, but it's kind of nice. But as a Necromancer, I don't think it's that helpful, because later on you're just going to kill everything anyway. And if you need to rest, a lot of people just feign death and then they go out for a pizza and they come back. They don't cast Inviso or anything like that. You get a couple of choices of where you can start. It's third gate, and that's just it. Basically, it's third gate is the only place you can start. And they're a medium to small size race, so they fit everywhere and anywhere. So a lot of advantages with this class, close enough to go anywhere. You know, it's almost like having a human with everything else. Great class to have. So this is really hard when you come to the Gnome and the Dark Elf. Gosh, they're just so close. You know, this time around, you know, I don't know. You know, I may go with the Dark Elf Enchanter just because of the starting position. You know, it's so good. I'll be close to all my friends, and all the action takes place right on Antonica. That's where it's at, in the Commonland tunnels. And what can you say? You know, if you're a Gnome, you're all the way over there. But then on the other hand, you got that Gnome vision. And if you've watched my live streams from Cornav, man, that is a huge big plus. But it, like I said, it depends on how you're going to play this. If you play this as a solo class, which it's definitely designed to be a solo class and a group class too, and you're going out and soloing all the way to 50, well, you know, you can play this class. Okay, let's go in and pick number 1, and I'll tell you why I picked number 1. Usually I don't like the Erudites because, number 1, they have the worst starting area. They're blind as a bat, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. They're out in the sticks out there. It's just so far away, and then it's not easy to get over to the mainland that early, because you're not liked by the people in Kanos. So it's a little difficult to get around early on. Later on, if, for example, you get on the server later, there's going to be people that can port you around, and you're good to go and all that. But there's one giant advantage that the Erudite has, and not a lot of people know about this, or actually enough people know about it, and I've seen it happen too. And the number 1 advantage that they have is these people are going to get rich so fast. And here's why. One thing is they start in Payneal, and the Payneal guards are the richest guards out there, and they're so easy to kill, and you can start killing them at like level 18 or 20 as soon as you get the undead charm. What you do, since you're not going to stay there anyway, is you go ahead and you level up and everybody loves you. You go ahead and start charming the guards and get them to kill each other, and you start selling those weapons they have for money, and you make big money. I made a video on this. You can check it out. It's under tutorials. Just look under there, you'll see it. You kill the Payneal guards, and you just keep killing them and killing them until you have so much money you're just pimping it around all over the place. But this class starts right there in the big mother lode, and at a time when people are going to be short on money in the early part of the server, you're going to be leveling up in your area. You're going to come back, and you can just kill all your guards, and you can do this all the way until you get to level 40. You don't get experience from it, but heck, you're going to have hundreds and hundreds of platinum. And shoot, you know, I've seen this. A lot of people do this. You'll also have other advantages over there later on. If you need to go to the hole or anything, you can just go back there. Sure, you're KOS, but later on you just kill everything in your way. When you get high enough level, what do you care? You're going to be rich. And so that's, I think, one of the biggest advantages. Not always the most popular, but a lot of people on the TLPs, they're like, hey, I'm not going back to my home at all. After you get all your spells, why do you even go there? You can buy the spells somewhere else. You can also, with the parcel system, you can get an alt to buy your stuff and then have it ship it to you. In fact, a lot of people that play classes like Necromancer, they go out, and once they're out, they never go back to their home city. In fact, I would say the same thing when I played an Enchanter. I rarely went back to my home city at all. So why not just kill all the guards and get rich? So that's pretty much my pick. But let's take a look at the more obvious things. Look at the intelligence. It's 142. And look at the stamina. Let's just go back and take a look at the Dark Elf. look at it, it's 142. It's 8 points higher, and it's, in addition to that, it is higher in stamina than them. And then you look at this, and of course it's even higher than the gnome right here. So it's just totally blowing everybody away out of the water. It's the stats are so much better. And when you play one of these characters, since intelligence is so high, they skill up so fast. They have no problem skilling up, and so you're going to get skill increases quicker than ever. And having this much mana, 8 mana, you may not think it's a lot, but on a classic server, they're going to be reaching 200, 220 intelligence, no problem at all. But like I said, they are blind as a bat, and the character is a little bit tall, so sometimes they get stuck places. But if you're a power gamer and you want to have the badass Necromancer, the one that just mows everything down, the strongest, go with the Rudites. I've seen it a lot too. Otherwise, for your number one pick, take the Dark Elf and take the convenience and the location and all that. It all depends on what you want to do. I would say if you're a real solo artist and you don't care about playing with anybody, you should definitely take the Rudite, because the Rudite with that big mana tank, with all that mana and everything, that character is really designed to be self-sufficient and to go out on long tours out there and just and handle everything out there. So anyway, hope you all have fun on Eredune. Hope to see you there. And I'm still on the fence there, because sometimes I think, these stats are really good. And I'm going to tell you, they do make a difference, because here's why. If you have, for example, 10 less intelligence, and this is about 10 less, 9 less, and you have that much, then think about it. When you get to the end of the game, say you're around 200 intelligence or something, and if somebody said to you, okay, I can sell you this little item, maybe it's a range slot item or whatever, and it has 9 intelligence on it. You know how crazy people go for 9 intelligence? That's like, wow, that's too good. Or for example, I think the glowing black stone has that, and that's that one item that in Keno's Hills. But people pay a lot, and that stuff is perma-farmed constantly. So 9 intelligence, when you get up to that level, people kill for that. They kill, steal each other, and go nuts. So if you take this race class combo right here, and you duke it out, and you get up there, you basically have that 9 intelligence built in right there. And heck, you could, you can go places with that. So good luck to all you, and I'll see you out there.